evidence that there's something fundamentally wrong with the way human beings have done their civilization, have done intelligence and logic, that here we are, 2014, and yeah, we're still having to bother with the God botherers. We're still not getting, still not describing what we're really doing here, and the dynamics of the game accurately. Still looking for a fairy tale, a happily ever after, a lie to live by. So yeah, this should be over decisively a long time ago. There's no physical evidence of a God, and there's a ton of evidence pointing to some other explanation. Mechanical physics, the condensation, little dirty droplets in the universe, and what happens when dirt sloshes around for a while. It turns into this, and find this, in need of a God to create it. You really don't look at, well, you could use all kinds of metaphors, but you don't look at garbage or junk or poo and say, God must have made that. And yeah, we're just too messy an organism. And the whole life thing, the whole agenda set by biological and physical needs, is so crude and rude to our better capacity, our judgment, our intellect, our capacity to create beautiful things, music and art and such, is demonstration of how that's the aberrant of our functionality. That's the, if you're lucky, you get some capacity, some moments where humans can do something brilliant. But most of the story, 99.99% of the story, is nothing like that. Well, anyway, back to the argument, though. I mean, it's an argument that just should be over. There's no physical evidence. Okay, a ton of evidence pointing to mechanical causes, natural causes, cause and effect. There's every evidence. It's just old, archaic science. It's an old, archaic, bad guess at what's going on here on Earth. What's the game we're playing? It's just time to be done with it. And then when you get into the argument of trying to understand the psychology or the mechanics of an intellect for this God who existed forever, created by nothing, he seems to have no angst about that whatsoever. I just am, yeah, sure. That's not going to be a little bit troubling. And what's his agenda? His agenda is to play with things, to torment sensitive creatures, to create preposterous and silly hierarchies, to watch them eat each other and just consume the decency and the welfare of each other. It doesn't make any sense at all. Play this idiotic for a God to be a spectator to this bad sport that goes on planet Earth. This is bad sport. 6 years with leukemia is bad sport. Kids born with friggin' arms growing out of their forehead is bad sport. God's playing a bad game, So it's no point in saying God is playing a bad game because there's no logic to it. There could be no such thing as an intelligence that would create badly and sloppily. It makes no logical sense. What was God doing forever? So anyway, this is just an argument that should be slam dunk. It should have been over a long time ago. Religious people should be called what they are: a monstrosity, an aberrance. They're doing the opposite of intelligence. They're destroying the functionality of their neurology. They're possessing their brain with a blight and a parasitic notion that has just destroyed judgment, the integrity of Stop.